This is John Ward, welcoming you to another presentation of Tennessee football on home video. The story you're about to see unfold is one of adventure and achievement. It's the story of teamwork, commitment, and the will to win.
Doesn't need a lot of... Oh! He took a weapon!
Welcome back to the Blue Chip Breakdown, Vols fans. Today we're looking at Vysen Lang. Vysen is 6'4.5", 335-pound offensive tackle. I believe he's probably going to be playing guard for us, but he is from Pike Road, Alabama. He's rated as a 3-star. I'm going to scroll through his profile here. There isn't much to see. He did play in the Alabama-Mississippi All-Star game. This entire process picked up a lot towards the end of his senior season. He started to get offers from just about everybody. So we will go ahead and get right into his pass blocking. All right, so there he is playing left tackle. You can see he's doing a great job here, maintaining his footwork. He's got a really nice base. You see that nastiness right there at the end. Let's see here again, does a good job of sliding in, getting his hands on this end, and maintaining. Look at that, that's almost like a mirror drill, doing a great job with his body placement right there, playing tackle. Really nice job. Then he lays on top of him. Right here, does a good job of fighting to the inside, gets his hands on him, does a nice rip and pull. All right, so let's see it again. Does a good job, gets his hands on him, does a nice job snatching him down to the ground. You can tell, I mean, he just ragdolls a lot of these kids. Look at that. I mean, just punches him once, this kid falls down to the ground. First off, that's a great job with his kick step. Very patient at the line of scrimmage. Lays on top of him, brings that nastiness. Good job of mirroring right here. Stays with it. Really nice job right here, being patient at the line of scrimmage. Great job of staying with this end, who does a little spin move to the inside. And you see he finishes it off with a little push at the end. Good job right here. Again, being patient, snatch and pull, throws him straight down to the ground. He's got to be a little bit careful with this, so you don't want to get called for a holding penalty. Sometimes refs will call that. Really, holding happens on every single play. It's up to the refs. Look at that. That's a really great job of moving quick to the inside, and he pushes this kid all the way out of the screen. Quick, brings his feet with him. Good job. I mean, he uses his body and his strength very, very, very well. 335 pounds, and you know, he's very well put together. Good job here. Look at that. Gets a nice punch on that end. Stonewalls and pushes him at the end. Really, really nice work. I mean, protects his inside. As soon as the defensive end picks a side, you see him clamp down and explode. Here he is. You see it again. That end tried to go to the inside. He does a great job of pulling him down to the ground and just laying right on top of him. So completely and totally neutralizes that end. He's no longer any threat to the quarterback. Great job here again. One of the things that I'm seeing on his high school film here is it looks like these ends are consistently trying to beat him to the inside, but you know, he's not letting that happen. That's a great job right there. We finally see someone try to beat him with speed to the outside. He does a good job getting his hands on him, just guides him right on out of the quarterback's way. So beautiful work. He moves very well. For such a big guy. Right here, this guy tries to spin, does a good job of keeping his hands on him, moving. All right, so as far as Vysen's pass blocking, he looks really good. He's got really good feet, uses his arms and his body well. I think he's probably going to end up playing guard. So the few little things that I think that he needs to clean up are going to be more issues if he's playing tackle. So with all that being said, I'm going to give Vysen a 4-star as a pass blocker. He has such a good base. Very good base. Look at that. Uses his feet very well, moves beautifully. Does a good job here of pushing through that defensive end. Look at that. I mean, just a pancake on this. I mean, look, just gets his hands on him and then drives his feet, pushes him all the way to the ground, falls on top of him. Just what you want. Nasty offensive lineman. Puts his hands on this guy here on the down block. That kid got out of his stance a little bit late. Vysen does a good job of getting on him quick, taking him straight to the ground. That's a pancake. Gets to the second level here. Really nice, very nice job of using his body to kind of shield off. Look at this. Gets up the field, does a great job of maintaining his leverage and pushing this kid, drives him all the way out of bounds. He's driving this kid about 15 to 20 yards. So there's a lot to be able to move another man that far. Right here, he kind of gets pushed back a little bit. I think he was a little bit late off of this snap. Got to be a little bit quicker when guys are trying to beat you to the inside, but he does a good job of holding on to him and driving him down to the ground. Really nice job here. Kicks out, and watch this. Kicks out, gets his hands on him, holds on to him, drives him, completely neutralizes him, takes him out of play. Really nice job here. Watch, gosh, first off, he's driving this guy all the way, 7, 8, 9 yards. Does a good job of avoiding this end on this play, and then getting to the second level, getting his hands in a perfect spot, getting his body in a perfect spot, and driving that kid all the way down. Kind of seeing a similar thing that we saw before here. Right here, this is a down block. You like to see him get there just a little bit quicker, get his hit on the inside, but overall, good job. And then here, really nice work on a pull. You see, he looks pretty good coming out of his stance here on a pull block. Like, see, just a little bit more speed, but gets his hands and his body on that in or outside linebacker. And he drives really well, brings his hips forward. Beautiful block right there. That's a great job. Turns this tackle's body completely and drives him all the way out of that hole. Very nice job right there on a reach and seal block. Continues to drive. Watch how quick he beats it. He beats that defensive end to the spot, seals him up. Beautiful, beautiful job using his arms, using his strength to secure that edge, and then continues to drive him out of bounds. Nice job here. He's driving this kid. He's going to drive him all the way out of bounds. This looks like this receiver or the running back kind of gets in on this. But Vysen didn't need any help on that. He's driving that kid all the way by himself. Seeing that, again, that's kind of a similar thing. Kind of seeing him a little bit slower on these down blocks. But what he does a great job of is continuing to fight through and finishing blocks well. Here's another one. He's driving the kid, drives him about 10 yards off the line of scrimmage. That's just overpowering. That's exactly what you want to have in this offense. Heupel loves to run the football, so nice job there of getting to that second level. That kid tries to, he pulls him down, but that's a really nice job here. Look how quick he beats everybody out of their stances, gets to the second level fast. So that speaks volumes to how quick he can get in and out of his stance. He gets out of his stance quick. That's exactly what you want for any offensive lineman. Like I said, I believe he can play guard or tackle. Better job right there on that down block. Gets there quick, finishes it nasty, lays on top of the tackle right there. A little bit better job there. Again, you like to see him get his head. He's just got to get his head on the other side. Or you know what? I'm sorry. Actually, the play was going to his left, so that was fine. He's driving this kid all the way, almost out of the screen. Great job. Clears out a huge hole. That's a gigantic hole. Beautiful work. Gets there on a down block again. Finishes it. Drives his feet. He brings his feet with his body very, very, very well. You can tell he's got strong hands. Drives through the point of contact. Looks really, really, really good in the run block. And good job right there on a cut. Nice to see. That's perfect. That's textbook. Again, you see him driving this tackle all the way out of this play, pushes his own man down too. That's just relentless effort. Very, very, very strong. Clears out that whole hole. Makes it look really easy. Again, he's got great pad height, and he does a great job of running his feet. Very nice placement with his hands and with his body. There, again, gets his hands right up under this tackle's shoulder pads. Perfect hand placement. He's able to get good leverage and push him straight down to the ground. Nice job right there on that seal. Look at that. Yes, sir. Push him down afterwards. Play nasty. Let him know it's going to be a long game. That kid tries to get up. He pushes him back down. Doesn't even need to do it, but that's exactly what you want to see. He moves really quick off of that ball. Like I said, just got to get him a little bit quicker. So on that one, for sure, his head placement just wasn't right. Got to get his head to the other side. Coach E can take care of that, clean up really quickly. Right here, again, his head's on the outside, but the ball is going to that side. I mean, he pushes that kid down quick and easy. Well, that's a very nice burst off of the football. Gets there really quick. So you can tell he has that quick twitch, especially for such a big guy. That's huge to be able to see that, and does a good job of sealing. He actually slowed down 5 or 6 people on that just because of the way that he blocked. Does a great job getting his hands on this guy. Look at this, driving him. He's just taking him everywhere. Gets to the second level. Give me that drive. You're done. You're not going to make any plays today. Beautiful work. Gets his hands on him. Drops his feet. Really nice work. Like to maybe see him get his hands on him just a little bit faster, but that's not the worst thing in the world for the way that play is set up. Does a good job of getting his body on him, keeping his head to the outside. Here, fighting to the second level. Almost pushes this kid through the ref. Watch this ref right here. This ref sees him coming to the second level. He's like, oh, let me get out of the way. Yeah, he's manhandling these kids. Really nice work. Great job getting to the inside and driving this kid. First step is great. Gets there quick on a little bit of a reach block. Almost blocks this in into his own team. His own teammates having to kind of scurry out of the way. So it's time to give Vysen his run blocking grade. So we've seen in this film consistently, he's pancaking people. He's driving people. He does a good job of getting his body in the correct spot. His hand placement's great. Sometimes he does need to kind of get his head over just a taste. But for the sake of this, I think he's going to end up playing guard for Tennessee. So that's not going to be as big of an issue as it would be playing tackle. So being that he's more than likely going to be playing guard, I'm going to give him 5 stars as a run blocker. Okay, so Vysen's grade as far as toughness, obviously throughout this film, we've seen him ragdolling most of the people that he's going up against. And, you know, he's got that nastiness in him. You can tell that he plays almost past the echo of the whistle. So as far as toughness goes, I'm going to have to give him 5 stars. Now, as far as Vysen as an athlete, he looks pretty good. You know, obviously he's about 6'5", he's 335 pounds, and he moves really well for his size, for his frame. He's not, I wouldn't say that he's the best athlete as an offensive lineman that I've seen. You know, I mean, he's not the fastest. We saw earlier him pulling. He looked pretty good moving. You know, he didn't look great. So as far as Vysen as an athlete, I'm going to have to give him 3 stars. As far as Vysen on an overall grade, we've got him as a 5-star in run blocking, 4-star in pass blocking, 5-star in toughness, and his athlete grade was a 3-star. So that equals out to him being upgraded from the 3-star that he has on 24/7 Sports to a 4-star. Now, I think that he is every single bit of this, not just saying it. He looks like he's going to be really good, especially if he's playing guard, which is where I think he will end up playing. Unless, God forbid, something happens and he ends up having to slide out to tackle. But if he's playing guard, I've got Vysen as a 4-star. And if he's playing tackle, I've got him as kind of like a higher 3-star. I think that he can play tackle well, but he just needs a little bit of work. All right, so thank y'all for tuning in, and I will see y'all on the next video. Peace.